tell them there's only one person from Curry General. We may be short. I won't. I'll just. It's just you and a couple others. We'll just do both of them, but just try to give questions to Terrence first. So if we get delayed with Pat, that he's not hanging around. Yeah, so yeah, I'll look for you. I'll look for you, right? Carl, can you get me with each of the coaches? Can you get a picture of me with each of the coaches? Yeah. Pat, general comment. Okay. We'll take questions for both you together. Whenever you're ready.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I want to start by congratulating Duke. Great team. John's a heck of a coach. And, they were the better team today, and I give them credit. I'm very, very proud of our players. I told them in the locker room that in the last 3 months, they've lost twice. Right?
Yes, sir.
I think strongly in my heart that the best is still yet to come for this team, but I told them the disappointment that they're experiencing right now, shouldn't keep them from realizing the special season that they're having right now. And I told them that they are beloved by the citizens of our great city in Louisville. Our town was a bit beaten down. And this team has done a lot, just how the last couple of years had gone. And this team's done a lot to resurrect this city. Basketball in Louisville means a lot. And it's a tremendous group of young men. And our fan base has seen how they've poured their heart and soul into trying to make that name across our jersey be great once again. And they've done that. We're very excited and fortunate to play in the national tournament starting next week. We're excited to find out where we're going and who we're playing tomorrow. I believe it's the greatest spectacle in American sports, and we're excited and fortunate to be playing in it. Our guys have been absolute warriors over the last 3 days. They've played to exhaustion. They played their hearts out. They left everything out on the floor. Last night was one of the most physical games that I've ever coached in. These guys got out of here at 12:30 and played another very, very tough physical team again today, and they're spent. It's important that we recover, rest, get our minds right, get our bodies right, have an opportunity to attack the NCAA tournament.
Okay, questions?
Terrence, obviously not the result that you wanted, but this week for you obviously has been great. Just kind of wondering what you felt like was clicking and maybe what your mentality was heading into the tournament.
Heading into this tournament, you know, my mentality is always with the team and trying to accomplish something as a whole. My mentality was come here and win a championship. Came up short, and I just didn't want to let this guy to the right of me and those guys in the locker room down. So going into here, I just left everything on the line. And, you know, sometimes you don't get the outcome you want, but if you keep doing that, then something good will happen. And like Coach said, we're far from done. We worked too hard to get here, and we're just so excited that we worked so hard to get ourselves a spot, and we'll hear our name called tomorrow. So that's great. I've never been part of nothing like that. I come from mid-major where you have to win your conference. So I'm down for sure, but it most definitely feel good knowing that your name going to be called tomorrow.
To our left.
Terrence, I know you guys won't make excuses, but how grueling have the last 3 days been, and how much did that play a factor in the second half tonight?
It's been rough. You know, we played 3 great teams. Duke did the same thing, so there's really no excuses in that area. We have the best strength coach in the country. He got us ready and prepared for this moment. So, you know, we was beaten up just like every other team here, and we're just not using that for an excuse. So in a tournament, it's just like that. You got probably Friday, Sunday, Thursday, Saturday, so you got to be able to turn around and bounce back on the next game.
Other questions for Terrence?
Terrence, you mentioned about hearing your name called. What do you feel like after the last 6 months of you guys being together, or 9 months, whatever it's been, and to get to that point, to now know that your name is going to be called, what's it going to feel like?
It's going to feel great. We all came here for one common goal, and that's to hear our name called tomorrow. And more than that, to make a run in the tournament. And we feel like we'll accomplish that. Like Coach said, we'll accomplish a lot that we don't even look into because we're so worried about the next thing. And the next thing is recovery and get ready for practice next week. So we don't even think what we accomplished because we just want more as a team and as a program. So it's kind of hard to, like, celebrate your accomplishments when it's not done, when it's 1 month left in the whole season. And we're just trying to get to where we want to go. We're not satisfied.
How do you take lessons from the experience of this tournament and help prepare for an NCAA tournament run?
Like Coach said, the physicality, you know, guys don't want to go home. So it's going to be a different type of physicality coming in March. Just based off my experience playing it last year, just guys don't want to go home. You know, you got seniors out there like me that it's going to leave it all on the line, both ways, our team, their team, and guys don't want their college career to end because it's so fun playing in like an atmosphere like this. So everybody going to leave it out on the line, and anything can happen in March. That's one thing I learned.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Zoom. Go ahead.
Terrence, you said before that it was kind of a grueling 3 days. I assume that you're referring to Duke kind of wearing you down in the second half. You as a team, you shoot 25% in the second half. What was Duke doing that wore you down, that made that difference there?
I can say they kept it physical. You know, we already knew that, though. They well coached. They got good players. So in a game like that, we got to take more control and throw people off, get a catch, earn our catches. We know all this stuff. You know, they just hit us in the mouth, and we got to take our hit, and we got to bounce back.
Any other questions for Terrence? Okay, get some rest and go get him next week. Thanks, Terrence. Okay, questions for Pat?
Any update on Rain Smith heading into next week?
Yeah, Rain's going to be ready to go for the NCAA tournament. He's really, really close today. So we're excited, and medical staff's done an unbelievable job. He's been working tirelessly on his rehab and his recovery, but he's going to be ready to go.
Anyone else? Front row.
Coach, congratulations certainly on a great regular season and a great tournament run.
Thank you.
This team, what it has done to turn around, I mean, is there anything you can pinpoint? Like, what is it? I mean, you got to have the players, obviously, but there must be something else that to turn around from, going, was it 5-37 over the previous 2 seasons against the ACC teams to what you've done here this year?
Well, we have a special group. When I say group, you talk about our players and our roster, but we have this term called 25 strong, which is everybody in our organization, players, coaches, managers, administrators, everybody goes about their job every single day with an amazing amount of excellence. And when everybody does that, great things happen. And that's just been this team's approach. We have a goal of trying to have the #1 culture in the country. And we cultivate that every single day. And we said if we can accomplish that, then amazing results will take care of themselves. And you have to fight for that every day because human nature seeps in, adversity seeps in, success seeps in. And our guys have been amazingly consistent in their approach every day. They're winners. They're tough. You've seen how they battled over these last 3 days, heck, over the last 6 months. They're a joy to coach. So I'm excited to continue this journey in the NCAA tournament next week. But I think it's just in the minds and hearts of everybody in our organization.
Follow up.
Yeah, and Edwards over the last 6 games has averaged, I think it's 24.8 points per game. When you combine him with what Chucky's done, I mean, that gives you certainly more versatility, more scoring going into the NCAA tournament. How is his kind of development, his emergence, going to help you going forward here?
Yeah, he's on a tear, that's for sure. And he's just so much more than a scorer. You talk about 24 points a game over the last however many games. I don't know what it is. You saw the quality young man that he is. He's a great leader. He's become an exceptional defender. That's been well documented in Louisville media, just his rise on the defensive end, which I think was one of the major catalysts to our defense getting better, and that's what's made us a really, really good team.
To our left.
Hey, Pat, what in your mind was kind of the biggest factor that let Duke get on that big run there during the second half to kind of take control of the game?
They shot it in. I know that. I would say just without watching the tape, it just seems like there were several possessions kind of grouped there together where they were getting loose in transition and got some open threes and knocked them down. Throughout the tournament, the last 2 days, they haven't shot it particularly well, but they're a very, very good shooting team. And our #1 key to the game was defend the three. They make it difficult because they got good players and a good scheme. But gosh darn, I felt like ball was leaving their hands. Every one of those things were going in. And it seemed like they did for a while. But, they made shots, and you tip your cap to them. They deserved to win today. They were the better team.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Zoom. Go right ahead.
Yeah, Pat. What about Duke's defense makes them so difficult to play against? Is it their length or on-ball pressure or combination of those things? But in the second half, they hold you to 25%, which really turned the game.
Yeah, all of that. Everything you just said. They have great pieces, good length, great size. They're tough. They play really, really hard. They're extremely physical. They're well coached. All those things go into what makes them a really good defensive team. I got to go back and watch the tape and see how many, good looks and open shots that we generated in the second half that just didn't go in. But you got to credit Duke and tip your cap to them, especially in the second half when they turned up the heat. They did a phenomenal job, and credit them.
Any other questions for Coach? Okay, thanks.
Thank you. All right, appreciate it.